Welcome to this month's loyalty token release, the Elder Lindwyrm. It's a Lindwyrm, not a dragon. It resembles a dragon, but it's older, way less regal, less polished design, far more ferocious. So the Lindwyrm is dragon-like, but crucially it is not a dragon. Not a greater dragon, it's a lesser dragon, a serpentine snake-bodied monster with 2 clawed forelimbs, no wings, not fully serpent, not fully beast, distinctly not a dragon, and it's pretty mad about its situation. So 3 core traits define this feature. The main one being its Lindwyrm venom, which grows stronger and stronger the longer it courses through a victim's body, escalating from a simple poison condition into an outbreak, then a surge, and finally a critical condition, giving your action movie a bit of a medical drama subplot. So secondly, its venomous splinters, shards of its hollow poison teeth that break off during a bite, stay lodged within flesh, making it impossible to shave off the poison condition until all those splinters are removed. And third, there's a bunch of legendary actions that are all based on snake-like mobility, making the Lindwyrm really feel like an unhinged serpent striking from every angle. So as it's a loyalty token, this is no minion, no mid-tier monster, generic creature thingy. It's a banger. It's a high-level threat that needs to stay entertaining over many rounds of intense combat. So that requires mechanics that introduce variation and create new dynamics throughout the fight, and that's what I have done. So as it's still September, everyone who's currently a patron supporter and registered for the Beneos Cloud will get access to this loyalty token. So this is, in a sense, a gift from our continued members to the new members, as we would not be able to give out any content for free without the stern and stalwart support of our most long-standing members. So don't thank us, thank them. Starting next month, however, loyalty releases will only be accessible to those who are already supporting us for the full month. So it will reward your continued support and your loyalty, and if you are interested in how the Lindwyrm would perform in an encounter, or you would like to see an in-depth look at its abilities, then stay with me. So this encounter takes place at a quiet dock where a small riverboat is moored. It's the perfect location, allowing for 2 distinct phases of combat. As at first, the dock provides limited footing, brittle planks, and the looming danger of being knocked into the water, while later, when the players board the boat, the fight shifts into a chase across the river where the worm can strike from below at any moment. Yeah, and we have the perfect map for it, the riverboat map pack from, of course, Beneos Battlemaps. For now, everything is quiet. The wooden dock stretches over the slow, dark waters, its planks slick with moss warped from years of damp river mist. Just this small boat that is tied to its posts, rocking gently with the current, its hull creaking. So the players are loading their boat when the water suddenly explodes and the Elder Lindwyrm bursts out. Thanks to Amphibious Hunter, its first attack from appearing from underground has advantage. So we want to pressure immediately, going into full multi-attack. It lunges forward with a bite, tearing through one target and driving the aforementioned venomous splinters deep within the wound. 2 claw slashes into another party member before finally coiling itself around another victim with Constrict, grappling and restraining them, and then squeezing them with a bonus action Crush. Crushing the air from its body in a serpentine embrace. So we still want it to be on the action side of things, so it now slides back beneath the dock, re-emerges on the other side, whips down with its serpentine tail, using the smash option, hammering the structure so hard that wood cracks and splinters, and the players can already tell that if this continues, this dock will not hold, forcing them either to board the ship or retreat back to the land. Now the worm fills the air with spew venom, choosing the choking mist profile. So every creature within 10 feet of it must fight to resist the poison, causing more and more members of the group to end up afflicted. And now the true ever-escalating roller coaster of the Lindwyrm venom actually begins. So now you, as the DM, get to fully concentrate on conveying the escalating Lindwyrm poisoning. They start off only poisoned, but then they quickly begin to cycle through different stages, starting off with an outbreak and ending up in the crippling critical stage. So during the initial outbreak, a victim's speed is halved, and even drinking a potion can trigger vomiting, which is great if you want to keep antidotes from them. Then, in the escalating stage, a failed save can leave them unable to act at all for an entire round, and in the critical stage, they become incapacitated. However, there is a strange upside. So if they fight through the critical condition, make the save, the venom is purged entirely from their body, and they gain permanent immunity to the Lindwyrm's poison. So while the critical stage poses extreme danger as they are incapacitated and absolutely helpless against the Lindwyrm's assaults or any interactions of maybe its minions like a draconic devotee, it also offers the key for the ultimate reward, which is overcoming. Something gives, breath clear, a heartbeat steady. You live. The poison's grasp on your body broken. So pretty soon the players will be caught in the Lindwyrm poison cycle. They switch back between the outbreak, the surge, maybe even the critical stage. Maybe they eventually overcome the poison by either making the saving throw against the poison condition after overcoming the outbreak stage at the start, without even having to suffer the surge or critical stage. But they can't do that if they have the Lindwyrm fang splinter still within them, as they automatically fail all saving throws against being poisoned. So yeah, you have a medical drama within your action movie, as the players need to find a way to get a hold on the whole poisoning situation before they can even dream of bursting through the Elder Lindwyrm's health. So depending on how you actually want to run the encounter, the Lindwyrm may just wait patiently, like waiting for the medical drama to run its course, waiting for more and more creatures to succumb to the poison, as the Lindwyrm gets closer to victory without having to risk anything while they become incapacitated over a while. I mean, how likely is it that they actually overcome the poison and become immune to everything the Lindwyrm has to offer? If it happens, it's a great way of punishing the Lindwyrm for its hybris, for depending its over-reliance on the poison by leaving the back door, because it's not perfect. It is a flawed creature, and someone who has a strong enough body and mind might actually overcome its poison and become, a true danger to it, as if it's not able to poison you, the Lindwyrm does not have a lot to offer to actually defeat you. So nice bit of storytelling within this mechanic. So for a mid-level party or a more interactive way of running the fight, you can of course foreshadow it. Perhaps they find a corpse nearby with empty or not empty anti-poison vials. They hear rumor of sickness spreading near the dogs and prepare accordingly, giving them a chance to prepare. For a high-level party, however, you can unleash the worm in full force, no warning, confident they do have the tools to survive. Because ultimately the over-reliance of the Lindwyrm on its poison is kind of its greatest weakness, as poison and poison damage are threats that many characters, classes, and species are well equipped to actually deal with. And even as at its most potent level, the critical condition leaves a door open for the players to overcome it. So in the end, you can either tell the Lindwyrm story as a single clash or sneaky serpentine war of attrition, like a desperate struggle for survival and the eventual triumph over the poisonous beast. And you as the DM have plenty of ways to tip the scales to one side or another, influence on how this combat unfolds by taking the poison as the central method of interacting with it. The more you give the players the opportunity to neutralize poison or prepare for poisoning and stuff like that, the easier it gets, the more they blindly wander into it and have to make up a solution for dealing with the intense and escalating poison mechanics, the harder it gets. It's your choice, and I think it leaves a lot of wiggle room to introduce NPCs to help them in the fight, prepare stashes maybe of adventurers who have already failed to slay the worm, which they can recover and gain resistance or immunity even by drinking the blood of an adventurer who has already succumbed to the poison or has overcome the poison but died anyway, and they can alchemically craft an immunity poison from their blood. There's a lot of potential in there to make every bit of the serpent's mechanics count and weave a compelling narrative that makes for an actually engaging boss fight instead of just another encounter with some kind of poisonous creature. So if you use the Lindwyrm in your game, make sure to get familiar with its poison mechanics first. And yeah, please let me know how the fight went. As always, thank you for watching. See you soon with the next release where we revisit the ash-choked infernal highways for some more hell racing action. See you soon and yeah, take care.